The superhero world thrives on pitting heroes against each other. Batman vs. Superman, anyone? Villains are fun, but all good usually triumphs evil. So the real thrill lies in guessing who's more powerful among the good guys. That's why today we're taking some of Marvel's lesser-known TV characters and finding out who is the strongest. Our ring has Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and the Punisher. Let's find out who's the boss. Starting with the only superhero out of the bunch to join the MCU, Daredevil. Let's discuss the powers of our contestants first, and then we can crown our champion. Beginning our list is literally the special hero, Matt Murdock. Even if we don't look at his abilities, Matt's already a winner. He's the first to launch from a regular Marvel TV show to the actual MCU, beating everyone else. His show before the Disney Plus series became all the rage, so it's a big deal that he got to join the supermassive universe. Daredevil represented Spiderman in his first rodeo too, and already started gaining a bigger fan base. And that's another thing, he's a really good lawyer. You better hope he's not representing your enemies in court, because then you're toast, folks. So, brownie points for the profession. Wait, did we address Murdock's major power? He's blind. And yes, that is his superpower. Daredevil shows disabilities don't hold you back at all. He made it his strength and relies on his other hyperactive senses to fight crime. And not to forget, his senses are almost always heightened to a near superhuman level. They grant Matt enhanced touch, bat-like exceptional hearing, and super cool echolocation. What's more, he's more accurate than a shark smelling blood in the water, so he's got a high-functioning nose and taste buds too. No kidding. He could tell a fellow character had an opened wound just by tasting copper in the air. Sensing heat changes, electrical fields, air currents, and vibrations is all in a day's work for him. Oh, and he's a skilled martial artist too. But is the masked man more powerful than his opponents? That's less likely because some of them are genetically enhanced. Next up, Iron Fist will make you see stars in the day. You either have to be a victim, a spoiled rich kid, or both to be a superhero. At least that's what the usual trope is. Iron Fist is actually both. Born Daniel Rand, he's your regular wealthy daddy's boy, bathing in riches. But then, fate hit him like a jet. In his early teens, he faced a plane crash that killed his parents. Not to worry, this just kickstarted his story. Monks rescued him and took him to the lost city of Kunlun. They taught Danny not only some butt-kicking martial arts, but also chi manipulation. After years of training, he earned the title of Iron Fist. It's not just a cool superhero name, but also his primary power source. Iron Fist is a mystical force that allows Rand to access his chi. Thanks to it, his hand and fist can become superhumanly strong. It can withstand injuries, pain, and punch through steel. Gotta do justice to the name, right? He also has some impressive durability granted by years of fight training and mystical power. That's not all. Danny can be super fast when he channels his chi. It allows him to perform feats that aren't possible by us measly humans. Some of his more specialized powers include the Iron Fist Punch, chi absorption, chi blast, healing, and wound regeneration. But his trouble lies in the lack of Iron Fist training. Daniel left Kunlun before he could start learning how to control the mystical power, so even if he has access to it, being an amateur drops him on the strength scale. Now make some noise for the tough as nails Luke Cage. Now we're arriving at our genetically powered folks. Before he was known as Luke Cage, he was Carl Lucas, a policeman serving in Georgia. Then he was wrongfully convicted and thrown into jail. Here, Cage hit the lottery. He found love and his powers. In a prison fight, he was severely injured and almost died. But thanks to Noah Bernstein's experimentation, Lucas breathed again and awoke with unbreakable skin and superhuman strength. Long story short, he escaped from prison and changed his name to Luke Cage. Then, after his wife died, he entered the crime-fighting ways. So you know the reason behind his conviction to defeat criminals. As for his powers, he's literally named Power Man in the comics. The guy can throw mean punches to dent automobiles and occasionally his enemies' faces. He also heals really quickly. We aren't kidding. He once recovered from a brain hemorrhage within hours. You'd be more shocked at how he got these injuries. Jessica Jones shot him below the chin and he survived that. What? So bullets, even at point-blank range, are no match for him. And hear this out, Luke can go on for hours. Get your mind out of the gutter, we mean fights. He barely gets tired thanks to his enhanced stamina. Finally, let's discuss the guy's skin. Yep, his skin hides most of the time. It's totally indestructible with bulletproof resilience. Bring out your best bullets, knives, or saws. Nothing can penetrate it. Moving on to Jessica Jones, who flips people as a hobby. The only lady on our list is Jessica Jones, but don't you take her lightly. In that deceptively small body, she packs immense power and strength. She can throw you around like a rag doll without huffing or puffing. Much like Cage, Jessica got her powers from an experiment. And like Iron Fist, she suffered a crash. Only this time, a car crash seemingly killed her entire family. She faced near-death bodily trauma and was treated genetically. It saved Jones's life and gave her superhuman powers as an unintended side effect. She can run really fast and even fly in the comics. But as far as the live adaptation, her flight is more like guided falling. After discovering her powers, Jessica tried to work as a vigilante, but there was a tragic turn of events. She was captured by Kilgrave, a brutal man with mind powers. He effed her up both physically and mentally. The girl faced some dark, torturous days after finally breaking free of his mental shackles. It gave her severe PTSD, but she uses her anger and channels it into her fighting. Despite having no professional training, the private investigator will give you a run for your money in hand-to-hand combat. Jones shares most of her abilities with the best of opponents. She heals fast and enhances durability. She's vulnerable to explosions and gunshots, but still you'll need multiple tasers to subdue her. What sets her aside is her ultra-powerful psychological strength. It helped her break free from her arch-enemy's mind control and take back her freedom, following with the Death Angel, Punisher. Our last contender, Punisher, is a military man turned bloodthirsty vigilante. Luckily for you, it's the blood of the vilest villains he wants to spill. Frank Castle believes the only punishment for criminals is death. It also stems from his entire family being killed, so his vengeance is somewhat understandable. Professionally, Castle is the most skilled with specialized military training. Like, come on, he was in the Black Ops team. He didn't join the rest of our heroes in the Defenders, but he did get 2 seasons of the Punisher TV series, so we do know a bit about his background. And here's another thing. Aside from him being ex-Black Ops, he doesn't have any other supernatural powers. Frank only has a combat staff, knife, mastery abilities, and some killer marksmanship, so it somewhat pales him against our superpowered opponents. But wait, didn't we just mention he's a super skilled assassin? His body count is way too high, so you know he does the job pretty well. His philosophy is one shot, one kill, which shows his hawk-like accuracy. That's why superpower or no superpower, Punisher poses a serious challenge to his enemies. Now that we've covered all of our contendants, let's find out who's taking the title of the strongest home today. Finally, here's the verdict. So who's the strongest out of Daredevil, Iron Fist, Luke Cage, Jessica Jones, and Punisher? Drum rolls, please. And it's Jessica Jones. Here's why. The Punisher may be an expert in fighting and handling weapons and firearms, but he has no extraordinary power, really. Matt and Danny have incredible, superhuman-like powers and training. The former's heightened senses are unparalleled, and the latter's chi manipulation is unlike any other, but they don't have the genetic enhancement that truly makes them superhuman. Luke and Jessica are the modified lot, but she is almost equal to him. Jones shares almost all his enhanced abilities. She may not have a hard shell, but she can bear some sticks and stones. You've seen the shows, so you know what we're talking about. Last but not least, the winner has remarkable psychological strength. It sets her apart, making her the most powerful. Her wide range of abilities means she is strong in many ways. While Jessica may be critiqued for being grumpy, she actually works on her trauma and makes healthy life choices. And hear this. Luke Cage even told Iron Fist that he'd rather face a dragon than face Jessica any day. What more do you want to hear? We really hope the Defenders plus Punisher reunite soon. It'd be thrilling if they follow Daredevil's footsteps and join the mainstream MCU. Rumors say our hopes may turn into reality, so fingers crossed for their entry. And that's a wrap. Do you agree Jessica Jones is the strongest, or do you have another hero in mind? Let us know in the comments below. If you like the video, do us a favor and hit the like and share. Subscribe to our channel for more content like this. See you in the next one.